Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So this is part 4 of our DayZ live stream. We're just picking up from yesterday. At the moment we're just mooching about, I guess, really. We had a good night's sleep here in the hay. So we had some chicken breasts before we went to sleep. We've still got a couple left over as well, cooked, which is good. Start the day with a juicy apple. What we were looking for really is just finishing off our kit that we've got. We'll finish off our assault rifle that we've got. We've got to get some parts for that. I probably want to get a canteen for our tactical belt. Maybe a sheath for the knife as well. We do need to get some repair items as well. Our clothing's a little bit rubbish at the moment. It's a little bit ripped. Evening, Tommy. Welcome to the stream. Right, let's crack on anyway. Let's just get busy. See if anyone found our stash boxes overnight. No, they didn't. just good. The chances of them coming through this area, I think, are quite slim. To a certain extent. Changed my mind since yesterday, since I said that I was going to take off the plate carrier to give us some extra space. I'm just like, we get shot, we're going to get one-shotted. We have the vest on, there's a chance that we can survive and be able to retaliate if we get shot at. So I've changed my mind on that. It does give us a little less space. The thing is, what things we're looking for are not going to take up an awful lot, really. If we could die before then, but gonna half our stamina. Alright, I think we're good. Have our daily vitamin. There was a small village or town over here. Well, I say small, it's actually quite big. We're actually going to go and have a little search around this. Let's see what it's all about. See if we can find any decent loot. I'm going to have a look around here first because I just want to kind of get my clothing repaired before we try and hit up the military camp again, which we'll probably do once we've maybe searched this area if we're still alive. Get out of the open real quick. Which is saying that we was also looking out for a shovel so we can bury our stash boxes. It's less hard. Well, I say less hard. They're just harder to spot. Someone's been working on this. So what you'll find here with this being parked in here, someone is actively using this at the moment, and they've took the battery out on the spark plug and one of the wheels which they'll have in their rucksack. So no one else can use it at the moment. If we find a wheel for this, we know where the spark plug, we just saw one over there. And potentially, let's actually have a quick look and see if there's any fuel in it. Yeah, there's half a tank of fuel in it. So someone's been actively using this vehicle. That means there might be someone's camp in this area. So we've really got to be careful, I think. Go and pick up that spark plug. I'm telling you now, if we could half-inch a vehicle in this stream, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Actually, what's the name of it? Because we need to find a wood tyre for it. Saka. So I need a car battery, one wheel, and we've got a drivable vehicle. Actually, no, we need a radiator as well, don't we? Yes, Tommy, you're right. The sounds in this game is fantastic. It's very good. Very good sound design. It's just that my voice isn't a little bit too loud. So there's a spark plug. So I've got a battery, a radiator and a tyre to find. I'm not going to worry too much about that, but if we do come across it, then bonus. So I've got to watch out for whoever's car it is. They're storing it in there for a reason, and that's probably because they've got a base nearby. Like I said yesterday, it's not a bad place for a base really, because you're in between two of the main military camps here. Alright, let's see if we can survive another day in DayZ. Oh, well, that's good. The reason why I'm running down this bit is because this could be a good place to maybe hide some storage boxes. You never know. Definitely ain't drinking from that. If you're wondering why I'm overcautious about this toilet here, is I did actually get killed once, and I was playing in first person as a guy literally sat in here like this, waiting for me to come around the corner, and I literally come around the corner, open the door, and blam, I was dead. You got to learn from those mistakes. To be honest with you, at the moment, the way I'm actually playing in this game is like I'm actually being pretty lazy with how I'm playing, really. I'm running around in the middle of nowhere. I'm surprised I haven't died already, to be honest with you. Normally I'd be a little bit more sneaky, but it's very boring for people watching, I think, if I'm going to play like that, so... yeah. You're going to die at some point in DayZ, it's just all a matter of when. Oops, damn it. So guys, don't forget the chat is up, the live chat. If you got anything you want to ask, anything you want to talk about, as long as it's gaming related, then we're all good. Yeah. It's there, use it. Let's crack on anyway. Let's get busy, let's get back to business. Did I have any antibiotics? Yeah, that's fine. I couldn't remember if we'd found antibiotics already. I was just having a thought. I'm just surprised we haven't got ill yet. I guess those vitamins are keeping us healthy. So we've got cold a few times, and sometimes when you get cold, you can actually get a cold. Your character starts sneezing and coughing, and as much as antibiotics don't work in the real world for things like the common cold, they will in this game. There's a bit in this building as well. Both of these doors are not normally open. Okay then, for all you guys watching, or hang on, sorry, for all you guys watching at the moment, then let's have a little sportsman's bet, eh? So, those of you who think I'm gonna die in this stream, say in the chat you're gonna die, and for those who think I'm gonna survive for the stream, put survive in the chat. Let's see what happens. It's a little bit earlier tonight, more people are on. We've already come across signs of people in this area, and it is quite a high traffic area, so what do you think? The old vicar over there. Morning, vicar. We're gonna search everything this time. Everything, well, as much as we can at least. Thanks, Tommy. I'm glad I got your vote. Pressure on me now, though, to live, isn't there? If everyone says die, then there's no pressure. It doesn't matter. Like a challenge. We had a cooking pot already, didn't we? Yeah, we got one stashed back at our little makeshift camp. Well, it's not even a makeshift camp at the moment. I'm just taking over those sheds, those barns that we found. Hello, Ben. Thanks for the super chat, bud. Is there an optimum time to head inland from the coast? Well, I'd say the optimum time is always going to be earlier in the day. Like, there's a day and night cycle in this game, and unless you've got night vision or the ability to maybe brighten up your screen a little bit in the dark, it can really put you at risk. Unless you mean, is there an optimum? Oh, I think that's your super chat popping up, bud. Thanks. Unless you mean in real time, so our time. So if you want to avoid online players, so there's less people in the server, then the optimum time is usually going to be either in the day when people are out doing stuff, or very, very late at night. But I'm thinking you mean in game time. At least I hope you are. I gave you 2 explanations there anyway. Hope that helps. I'm really asking for trouble, aren't I? There's a medical centre. That's what they're called in this game, I think. Medical centres. I'm going to pop over there as well in a minute, see if we can get some extra antibiotics to squirrel away in our little boxes. How you getting on so far, Ben, anyway? How are you finding the game? You managing to get your head around it yet? And sorry if there's a little bit of a delay as well within the chat and the game. Obviously, I don't want to get stream sniped, but also it's, the setting I've got is just so it's slightly higher quality playback for you guys, which means there's a little bit of a delay with the chat, me seeing it and you typing it. This is where we could find a tyre for that vehicle. Saying that we want to leave a bit of space in our rucksack just in case we do find it, so I don't want to fill it up with too much crap. I did spend a good probably 6 to 8 hours searching for car parts before in the past, so it can get a little bit frustrating. It's just one of those things that if you know where there's a shell of a car that you want to try and fix up to use, you just don't have to put too much pressure on it. Tommy's asked a good question. Is there a story or campaign? No, there's not. It's just purely online survival, so multiplayer to a certain extent. However, there is modded servers that you can play. I saw a mod today that's been uploaded not that long ago where you can actually do missions for NPCs in the game, like go and collect a certain amount of mushrooms for them from the woods, or collect a rucksack from a town. So the community are making the game a little bit more fun in places. So I would check out some of the mods and on the private servers. Oh yeah, you got your first chicken cooked up, eh, Ben? Delicious. Finger licking good, mate. Finger licking good. Just thinking, do we really need to go into the police station? There might be a Glock. So I was going to search as much as we could, didn't we? Oh, he's just seen me, or heard me even. Come on then. Come on then. There you go, let's put you in there. How do you like them apples? Taste of his own medicine. Rico, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I don't know, I think I can't. I'm just showing you on the map. You might just want to rewind the stream back a little bit. It's Petro. How do you say it? Hang on one minute. Novaya Petrovka is where we're at now. What are you playing on, Tom? Are you playing on PC, not PC, PS4 or Xbox? Because Xbox, I think you may still be able to download some mods. May not all be the same as the PC community though, but to be honest with you, without sounding like I'm trying to sound like I'm a PC elitist or, you know, not being a console peasant as some people say, but the reason why I got PC was just purely for the fact that I kept getting fed up of seeing all these cool games and mods that I couldn't play on my PS4. I still got my PS4 and I still play it, but it's one of the reasons why I got a PC. We did manage to find that Glock through. But yeah, that's the only thing that really frustrated me. The fact that you can't get really that many mods. Okay, yeah, PS4 you're just going to pretty much have to pay the vanilla game then, I guess. So it's just still really good. I mean, the game we're playing at the moment is just a standard server. It's still awesome, but it's a shame because there's some rumours going around that Bohemia Interactive, or the developers who have been working on DayZ are kind of putting it to bed now. I think they're not going to be working on it much more. I think releasing it on consoles was their last port call. I wonder if Rico's asking because he's actually in the game and he's going to try and come and find me, kill me and take my gear. Maybe. Oh, we'll see, we'll see. I'll go back and find who's raided my storage boxes. This is risky being up here. I'm really asking for trouble, I am, and I. What a load of crap. Oh well. On we go. Let's say bye to our friend. There's usually some garages around the back of some of these police stations, so a quick look in these. Not normally car parts, but sometimes like weapon parts. Just looking for a magazine really for that Glock. Suppressor would be nice as well. Rangefinder is good if we want to snipe, but we ain't at the moment. We ain't got the rifle yet, have we? Something else we're still looking for. Rico's at work. Oh, fair play to you, man. Fair play to you working in these trying times, mate. I take my hat off to you. I'm glad I'm able to provide you with maybe a small amount of entertainment while you're there. Like, who really would wear a pair of dress shoes? I don't understand why they'd even incorporate that into the game, but maybe someone wants to look smart. What if they get a job interview or something to be the next big bandit in the area, they might have to dress up. Garage here, let's have a look in there. The bottle. Let's purify that. And I've said it once, I'll say it again, never drink water out of a bottle you find. It's always probably 99.9% of the time going to be contaminated. The thing is, just because the water's in a bottle doesn't mean that it's not had time for bacteria to build up in the bottle, especially if sunlight's hit it. That happens in real life. You leave a bottle of water for too long, or water has some form of microbes in it which multiply. Yeah, that's what forms things like cholera, I think. Or the green scum that you see sometimes in water containers and stuff like that. So never drink an old bottle of water. Always either empty it out, refill it with fresh water, or purify it. That's my DayZ tip of the day. And that's probably the DayZ tip of every day, because I know I repeat a lot of stuff sometimes, but there might be people watching that are new to the game that are not aware of that sort of stuff. I always like to share the things that have kept me alive a little longer in the game. We are finding car parts in very random places. I noticed that after a patch or two back, some of the car parts, people were moaning there weren't enough car parts spawning in the game. Now suddenly they spawn in all sorts of weird places. Yo, Animal, welcome to the stream, bud. Yes, thanks for punching that like button. Yeah, I don't know if you was around yesterday, Ben, when we spotted that pig, and I said that sometimes you see zombies chasing the animals across the fields, and it's hilarious. I'm glad you finally come across that yourself. Sometimes it can scare you a little bit. Suddenly you hear something running, and it's like they zoom past you. The zombies ain't usually interested in you when they're chasing the animals. It's quite funny. I've never seen them catch one though. Is that part of this? What is that over there? It's a supermarket. Petrol station. Supermarket. Some farm building maybe, or something in between. Quite an awful lot of cowboy hats around lately. This must be the town of cowboys. Yeah. Just don't ask them to come and pave your driveway. Boom boom. Well, that's rubbish. I need to eat something. I'm going to save that chicken breast. Why is it showing my trousers being soaked? Is that from when we ran out of water earlier? Why by now? You should have shot them both, Ben, and still had the food. Used to be able to eat the zombies. They stopped that. Used to be able to chop them up. A little bit like if you actually kill someone in the game, you can actually eat the human meat. So you can skin and quarter the human corpses, but you will become a cannibal if you do that. Which means your hands will always stay bloody. I think. I've never ate human. I have to admit that. I just like that clean living. But there is still some modded servers where you can eat the zombies. I think that's pretty gross. I think if you was to do that really in the apocalypse, I think you'd probably end up turning into the zombie because their bodies are infected. So eating that dirty, rotten meat, sure. I'd rather die of starvation, I think, than eat a rotting corpse. You'll always find food though if you know where to look. Put the lotion in the basket. Am I missing something there, Animal? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're in an area, Ben, where there's a lot of zombies, you will alert them. This is why it's always good to search the greenhouses. Usually you find seeds in the greenhouses, but I just found a nice fresh green pepper, which we can eat. That's the best veggies to give you a decent amount of food and water in this game are the zucchinis. The zucchinis are awesome. So if you ever find a pack of zucchini seeds, pick them up. Because once you have a shovel, you can just go off and plant them somewhere, maybe near your base. And once it's rained or you water the seeds, within a day usually they'll grow. And you'll have a nice bounty of zucchinis to eat. And they keep you going for a while, they will. Playing on a hardcore server, they're going to do the job. You'd have thought this is a hardcore server, wouldn't you, with how little loot we're finding? It's really odd because even with the official servers, they never seem to be consistent. I don't know if that's because of how many people have got loot stored up. We've already got an axe, so we're going to take the little hatchet. But I found even with different not community servers, sorry, official servers, that the loot level always seems to be different. I was playing on another server the other day, which was a official server, and the loot was pretty high. Again, that could mean that there's someone in this area already looting the stuff before I've got to it, but it just seems to be pretty slim in this server. Which is fine, I like a challenge. Sardines, they don't really give you much sustenance, so there's only a few fish in a small tin of sardines. If you get a tin of tuna, that's bountiful. You like a tin of tuna. Away you cock. If you find yourself a baseball bat and some nails, you can put some nails into a baseball bat. Makes it a little bit more fun to hit zombies with. There was a time where I'd just find nothing but glow sticks in those sheds. That was quite painful. I'm glad they fixed that. The first glow stick I've seen in a long time. Here we go. Alcoholic tincture. This is what we need to be able to purify our bandages. Purify this bandage now, quick. Can't remember if we purified it after the last time we used it, so... Ah, Silence of the Lambs. Now I know what you references to. Yeah, definitely a good film. We want to make their skin nice and soft, don't we? I think that's for if you want to wear their skin, though, animal. I don't think it's really got much to do with eating them, but if you want to eat some, well, you want to plump them up, don't you? Fatten them up a little bit. Well, saying that it's the muscle that gives you the lean meat, not the fat. The fat adds the flavour. So getting that balance right. And why are we even talking about eating people? That's wrong. It's so wrong. Right, let's go to the medical centre real quick then, see if we can find anything useful. I did want a nice little first aid bag, actually, to keep my medicines in. That's one thing I also like about the not the medical centre, sorry, about the modded servers, is there's actually rucksacks. You can actually get little pouches that you can attach to the side of your rucksack, which has like a little medical symbol on it, and you can keep like your medical stuff in it. I do like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm not going to say no to bandages because they have a decent amount of uses. Charcoal tablets will help if you've got something like food poisoning. We'll take a pack of charcoal anyway. Doubt we'll need it because it's not really going to happen, but at least I hope it's not. One thing they haven't incorporated in this game, which you will find in Scum, which is another game similar to this. I don't know if any of you heard of Scum or played Scum. It's, I don't know, it is like DayZ, but it's not at the same time. It's really hard to kind of explain it, but if you play it, you'll see what I mean. But in that game, you do actually have a real complex digestive system within your inventory menu. Where if you eat too much of something bad, or say eat too much in general, it's going to give you the shits. So you'll get diarrhea basically, and sometimes your guy will be walking along like this, and the next minute you know he's squirming, pulling down his trousers, and literally just exploding across the floor with diarrhea, which then dehydrates you. And the whole concept of that is pretty cool. I do like that extra layer of realism. Hallelujah, there's our first aid pouch, and it's a nice shiny, well, I say nice shiny one. It's worn, but it's not ripped. So what we're going to do now is we can take the blood test kit, and we're going to find out what our blood group is. The most common one is O positive, I think. That's what most people are. Yeah, I'm O positive. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the blood collection kit, and we're going to take some blood. Well, originally, Animal, you used to be able to use the charcoal to make filters for the gas masks. So the gas masks usually would use filters, and if the filters ran out, you could kind of refill them with the charcoal. I don't think charcoal would necessarily purify the water. You might be able to use it to filter, but I don't think it would purify it. It just won't kill any of the bugs. That's what the chlorine tablets are for. But yeah, I like your way of thinking. So what we do now is use the IV starter kit, and then once we combine that with the blood I've just taken from our body, we've now got ourselves a blood transfusion set. So if we do get cut or shot or hurt to a point where we're bleeding quite a bit and we lose a lot of blood, we can refill some of that blood from that, which is pretty cool. Just again, always remembering to disinfect those bandages, because in the heat of the moment when we need to use them, we need to know that one heal with each of the bandages we've got in our inventory is going to be purified. Didn't purify that third one we picked up though. Alright, so what we can do now is we can put our tetracycline into the first aid kit. Normally keep a box of matches in. Okay, nice little first aid pouch. Sweet. It's getting dark. Why do I always seem to stream when it's night time in this game? You guys are going to be like, fuck hell, Dom, what you doing? Excuse my French. It is past the watershed though, so, you know, a little bit of minor Swearing ain't gonna hurt, is it? Another little tip I'll share with you as well. Some of you who've played the game might know this already, but sometimes if you're in a residential area and there's houses next door to a medical centre like this, sometimes in the houses you'll find medical equipment because the person who lives there is maybe a staff member who works there. Sometimes if there's cars, like derelict cars just outside, sometimes you'll find medicine in or on top of the cars. Like I sometimes find tetracycline pills, which is the antibiotics on top of vehicles that are quite near. Like, see, this one's got a morphine injector in it on the back. See, oh, there you go, look, tetracycline pills in the boot. So there we go, we've got another second load of antibiotics. Sweet. So the saline bag is good for if you get seriously dehydrated. And you've not got no water. As long as you've got the IV starter kit to be able to put it in your body, you can actually give yourself a saline infusion. So we're going to pick a couple of them up because if we ever go on a long journey, I don't know. To be honest with you, I probably won't need them because I normally tend to try and. Why won't it let me pick up that one on the back? There's another one on the floor in there. It won't let me get to it. Okay, fair enough. I usually well plan these sorts of things out. Blood collection. So we probably won't use it, but we'll pick it up just in case. It's one thing about survival. It's being prepared for the worst. Hopefully the worst will never happen, but if it does, you're prepared. A part of me thinks I might have been in here already. This all looks very familiar. I did. How did we manage that then and not go in there? Yeah, we've been in there. We're going around in circles now. Need to find... Oh, I saw a light through there. We need to find some of these buildings that we haven't searched yet. So let's go around here. It's apple orchard. Nice. So these do weigh a bit, but the protective cases are good. As I said in the stream yesterday, if we find ourselves some night vision goggles, when we're not using them, we can store them there. It just means that if a zombie hits you or someone shoots you and it goes through your backpack or your clothing, it's going to protect what's inside. You can also bury these as well. So in a pinch, if you're being hunted down, you think you're going to die and you don't want to lose something valuable, you can bury it if you've got a shovel with you. Just remember where you bury it. Quite a few zombies over there. Spare box of matches, never gonna hurt. Are there advantages of using a gaming mouse? Yeah. Loads of advantages of using a gaming mouse, but I mean, if you're playing on PC but you use a controller, then you're not going to be nowhere near as accurate as you will be if you use a mouse. Using a mouse and keyboard is the most accurate way in shooters to be able to, yeah, shoot, I guess. Now I still use my controller if I'm playing certain games, like some isometric top-down shooters that I play, twin-stick shooters. They're called twin-stick shooters for a reason. I'll use a controller. I recently got Streets of Rage 4, which is a fantastic fighting game. If you like those old-school beat-em-up games, that is much better using a controller as well. But games like this, definitely use a mouse. It's just Personally, I just think it's way more accurate. Just, yeah, it just feels right. Box of nails there. The only thing I can say really to anyone who's not sure if they want to use a controller or a mouse is just test out the two really if you're on PC, and just use the one that you feel more comfortable with. I just think when it comes down to the accuracy side of things, you'll see what I mean. If you get into a firefight with someone, you're not going to be as quick and as accurate with the thumbsticks of a controller than you would be with a mouse. And I never really understood that until I started playing on PC myself. That. The bodies hit the floor. Anyway, no question, silly bird. Don't apologise for asking a question, mate. It's all good. Oh, look. The best thing we found all night. White and pink stripy face mask. Sweet. Wear that for a bit. Not going to give you away, is it? Where's all the sewing kits? Like, normally in these residential areas you're going to find a sewing kit. We still haven't found no duct tape either. The things that we actually need right now we're just not finding. Like, I definitely don't need a pink and white stripy balaclava, thanks. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against the colour pink. Back in the early 90s, it was all the rage, and I had a pink shirt that I would wear sometimes. But, like, pink and stripe... Pink, I can't even speak. Pink and white stripy balaclava, no. Tonight. Think sewing kit, think duct tape at the moment. I think the only problem with these buildings kind of being copy and pasted to a certain extent is it's easy to start going around in circles, which I think is what we're doing at the moment. And the fact that it's a bit dark doesn't help either. That's where we found the nails. All right, let's do one. Let's get out of here. They've definitely lightened up the nights in this game, that's for sure. Way lighter than it used to be. This is the darkest it's going to be in the game, which it seems to be at the moment. Then there's not really any need for night vision, I don't think. Animal, she was just minging, mate. An aggressive salmon, yeah. That is a good way of putting pink. It's not pink, it's salmon. I've heard people say that. So, well, salmon is pink, mate. Just the same thing, really. But, yeah, aggressive salmon, definitely. Alright, as Michael Jackson would say, let's beat it. Down and out and out, down and out, down. Yeah, don't do that again, Bob. Oh, I see what you mean, mate. You're using an ordinary wireless PC mouse opposed to a gaming mouse. Yeah, so if it's got all the buttons you need on it, then I don't know. I mean, some of them will be a little bit more responsive. Some of them you will be able to set different sensitivity stages and all that fancy malarkey. The reason why I've got a gaming mouse is because I've got these extra thumb buttons and stuff on the side of the mouse, which and the same on the top, which you can kind of allocate to certain keyboard keys. So rather than having to worry about pressing the keyboard keys to do something, that maybe having to move your hand quite far away, or maybe like me with fat thumbs and fingers, and that's, well, they're not really fat, but I'm just saying I seem to fat thumb everything. I'm always hitting the wrong key because I'm trying to look at the screen. It means if you just put them on some of the extra buttons, then it's easier to use and can sometimes give you an advantage. So yeah, and as Tommy says, sometimes the ergonomics are improved. So I don't know. I mean, I spent a fair bit on my mouse. I think it was over 100 quid, but it's pretty sweet. And I've got these detachable buttons on the side as well, so I can change them depending on the type of game I'm playing. So I can take them off and have like an RPG style one that has like a circle with all the button numbers from 1 up to 9 on around in a circle where my thumb's going to be. Which means if you're playing one of those role-playing games where you're going to put all your spells across the entire number of the keys in the game, you've got them at your thumb. I was going to say thumb tips, your fingertips. Let's just quickly go and have a look over this area where that supermarket was and the building site. Just quickly, because we haven't searched this area yet. And then we'll just go back to camp, drop some of these little extra bits off, and then go to a military base, I think. We'll just have to hope we come across those other things we need at some point. Just think we might end up be better off finding a brand new pair of hunter pants somewhere rather than trying to repair these. Old snipers used to like sitting up there, but I think they get bored now. People don't bother anymore. Yes, Ben, it's definitely a good investment. Just watch a few review videos on YouTube, maybe, if you haven't already, and just try and find one that's going to work best for you and the type of games you play. But, you know, Razer do a few good ones. Logitech, I think, have got a few good ones. But there's plenty of brands out there that all do some decent ones. I personally use the Razer ones because I like the software that they come with, and I'm able to, you know, have a little bit more invested into how I set it all up. Got a garage over here. Tell those routes because they are for the mozzing. Search these garages real quick. I've been trying not to sneeze for like the last half an hour, but my hay fever today has been playing me up, so I'm gonna have to mute for a minute and sneeze. Well, you gotta love them allergies. That's because I've not had my antihistamine today. That'll teach me. Once I start, though, I don't stop, so I'm probably going to be sneezing for the next 20 minutes now. Wonderful. Well, I guess sneezing's better than farting all the way through the stream, I guess. You know, that would be fun, wouldn't it? We've already got a hacksaw. I don't think we really need any more. We've got a hacksaw and a wood saw, which should be enough for now. We will maybe do some building at some point. I don't know if it's worth searching this area. You sometimes find things like nails and stuff in here. I've not really found anything more useful than that, really, though. Yeah, I can't be bothered searching in here. We'll go to the supermarket real quick though, sometimes you can find some tin food. And a few more houses over this side as well. Oh, we've got some zombies down here. How many zombies we've got? Quite a few. Let's round them up. No, we nearly got all of them. I was hoping I'd get all of them. My clothing's just took a battering though. What I just did then was really risky. There's been quite a few times in the past where I've ran into somewhere like that to try and round a big load of zombies up and I've just got stuck in the corner. And sometimes if they push on you as well, you can't raise your gun. Because your gun is like that. It gets stuck on the zombie and points up, so you can't even shoot. So you're literally dead at that stage. So that was quite risky. That could have been game over for us there. Oh, I was expecting my trousers to be ruined at this stage, but they're not, so... That's a fair few zombies, eh, Tommy? I've had more than that chasing me before. I've actually ran quite a long way with a big train of zombies before. So... I was going to make a video to try and see how many zombies I can get following me from town to town, and then put the Benny Hill theme tune on. If any of you don't know what Benny Hill is, then you'll have to Google or YouTube that. But there always used to be this chase scene at the end of the Benny Hill show back in the day, where all the people he had pissed off would be chasing him, and this music would come on. It was pretty funny, and they would speed up the animation as well. I said the animation, the recording, which is quite funny. Maybe I'll still do that video, who knows. One thing I want to know is why won't he climb through that window? Yeah, we'll have a bit more burlap sack. We're still going to collect a few of them because I think we might still, if we don't die, try and work on getting a ghillie suit together at some point. Thanks, Ben. I did get hit a few times though. If I'd had a bit more stamina, and I would have been able to have just kept on running, so they wouldn't have been able to have hit me, but I kept running out of stamina because of how heavy I am at the moment, how much stuff I'm carrying. Which is mainly the plate carrier's fault, but you know. Well, I'm glad I got you on the edge of your seat a little bit there, Animal. You remember Benny Hill, that's cool. You know spring chicken then, fella, if you remember Benny Hill. I think he was a little bit controversial as well back in the day. I'm not watching any of his stuff now. I think maybe we might have gone a little bit more sensitive in the world now. Can't really say anything without the politically correct internet warriors coming out. But I think even back then, things were a little bit more, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Acceptable. I think he was still a little bit controversial back in the day. That's maybe why I liked the Benny Hill show, because I don't give a fuck. In the nicest possible way, obviously. I give a fuck about the things that matter. I ain't got time for drama over things that don't. do like a good whine about there being no decent loot. Where is it? Show me the loot! Where is it? Hey. Chasing theme tune, that's the one. We already searched this one. Yeah, we did. We're going back around circles now. We're done, I think. I just got to remember which way we came in. Yeah, even Ben remembers it as well. I remember the old sea. Not even that. I remember going back down to the seaside back in the day, and there was like T-shirts in some of the shops along the UK coast that would have like pictures of naked women and stuff on it. There was one T-shirt that I really liked that had two pigs like shagging, and underneath the slogan was "Making Bacon," which I thought was hilarious. But you put stuff like that in a shop nowadays, people are going nuts. Like, we have gone a bit super sensitive nowadays, I think, with what we allow and what, like, Animal says what's adult humor and what's not. But you know, who knows? Maybe we are wrong. Maybe we were wrong from maybe. I just call it banter. Some people say it's not banter. It's more than banter. But you know, yeah. Each to their own, I guess. If something offends someone, it offends them. That's them. That's their personality. I think I offend a lot of people without even realising it sometimes. But so I apologise now. I'll just put this out there now. I'll just apologise to everyone I may have offended at any point. I may have been into a stream and I may have said something that was maybe slightly politically incorrect. You know, I was saying yesterday in yesterday's stream that I've actually got a half decent sense of direction. I think I might have got lost. I can't remember which way we need to go. Man, we're finding the burlap sacks tonight. Making bacon. Yeah, that's a good T-shirt. Actually, who remembers Fat Willie's? That's a Fat Willie's Surf Shack. That was another play on word as well. Play on words. I used to have a Fat Willie's T-shirt back in the day. There is the train station up here, so I think we're heading in the right direction. It was this way down. So even when I think I'm lost, I'm still heading in the right direction. That's nice. I kind of was conscious that yesterday's stream pretty much was just us running around trying to find where we'd stashed our stuff, rather than actually doing anything constructive. Sort of place where we're going to get shot from if we're not careful. Hell is that? Like, what a random place for there to be a bonnet, not a bonnet, a boot for the car. Or hatch. I think it's actually a hatch in it, a hatchback. Yeah, no, but it depends on the surface you're running on that makes the footsteps louder. So I think I was running across some crunchy gravel there. But at night things can be a little bit creepy in this game. Right, home sweet home. But now, this is only a temporary home, so let's not get too excited. I am going to very quickly tear these burlap strips up to just reduce the amount of space. Once we've done this and we've offloaded this, we're going to take a trip back up to the military base again. We're just asking for trouble, but you know, I want me some loot. The whole kind of point of this stream series was to go from fresh spawn to fully geared without dying. So if we can do that, then happy days. And what we'll probably do then is we'll probably search some servers for some PvP servers and see if we can actually get some combat and see how long I survive. We've actually going into an area that actually has active combat in it. Now we definitely don't need all these bandages. We're not going to take the case for now. Don't need that. We're not going to take the scope anymore. We're going to drop off one bottle of water. See, we can... Don't need all this food. In it. Gonna get the booty. I think we're going to have this tin of sardines now for our supper. Why not? Who likes sardines on toast? Sardines, they don't know, stink, don't they? Is there anyone here who likes sardines? I think the only fish really I can stomach is mackerel, cod, and maybe a bit of tuna, but only if it's in like a sandwich with mayo or something. And we're covering off everything tonight. We're covering off what sort of fish I like and how politically incorrect I am sometimes. What TV shows I used to like back in the day. God, you guys know everything about me. Nothing about you lot. I feel like I'm breaking my own GDPR rules here. Let's offload that spark plug. Don't need all these batteries. So there's our extra stash of tetracycline, nails. Don't need the morphine injectors. Pouches of your ammo, and then just have a random chicken breast in there as well. We already got a box of matches in our first aid kit. What else do we have in our first aid kit? We haven't got any painkillers. So the painkillers are good for if you kind of like injure yourself and you guy's limping a little bit and he's not moving very fast because he's in pain. And you take a couple of painkillers and it'll usually speed him up a little bit. Codeine does actually help with coughs as well. It was quite an old school medicine for stuff like that. In this, if you get a cold and you start coughing, unfortunately it doesn't stop the cough. I would have liked it to have done because... Actually, it does say also uses a cough medicine in the description, actually. So maybe it should. But the last few times I've used it and I've had a cough in the game, it's not stopped me from coughing. Another little tip I will share with you guys, and I know Ben was saying last night about his character making noise when he had a cold, and I was saying that it's going to give you position away to other players. If you do find yourself a gas mask, put the gas mask on, because the gas mask will muffle the sound, which means it's less likely for people to hear it if they're just a little bit further away from you. If they're like really close, then they're going to still hear it. It would just be a bit muffled. But that's not a bad little tip, and that's what I'd normally do until I can find some antibiotics. Our boots are well and truly knackered. We used our leather sewing kit up. I don't think we've got anything stored up to be able to repair it. The last thing we want is damaged boots, because you start getting cut feet. Let's just have a quick look around our little compound. If I had the time and energy, we could build a huge fence around this and like fence it all off and have a nice little compound area, but you're just painting a target on you really doing that. Until we're a bit more established, we don't really want to be building any bases, I don't think. Like not bigger ones. Well, Ben likes his chicken in a spicy tomato sauce. I feel like chicken tonight. Oh, we found more water. Nice. So I don't know if any of you guys know this or not, but if you've got like a bottle or a jerry can that's full of something, you don't want it to be full of it. If you look down when you've got it in your hand, it gives you the option to then empty it. You just tip it out. So I've just wasted a bottle of water just to show you that, but hey, it doesn't matter. We've already got 2 full bottles and a third in the box. We don't need it. Store that up in a minute. There's some sheep over here which we could kill if you wanted some meat. I ain't gonna though. Already looked in there. I've got a habit of just going over the same thing over and over again. We need something for our feet. Why didn't we pick up those dress shoes when we found them? Jason, welcome to the stream, bud. How you doing? Just popping in. So Animal asked, what kit am I after? So at the moment we are looking for night vision goggles. So we've got night vision goggles so you can see a little bit better in the dark. We're looking for a canteen for our tactical belt so we can store more water on our belt, and it means we ain't got to keep filling our inventory with these standard water bottles, and a sheath for our knife so we can put our knife on our belt as well. I don't actually know why I'm carrying my handgun, my inventory, when we've actually got a holster on our to use that holster. So things like that are really handy. What else were we looking for? We were looking for some parts for the assault rifle that we found. So we've got an AK-101, or KA-101 as they're called in this, which we need a new tactical grip for, a new buttstock, and some magazines and ammo for it. So there's still a few bits to find before I would say we're classed as fully geared. So we're not quite fully geared, but we're near enough fully geared. Just twisted my ankle. Obviously now we're looking for some items to be able to repair our shoes and trousers with, because they're knackered. This guy's got the colour hunter clothing on that I want. That was the colour I was talking about yesterday. It's like the autumn kind of colour. It's good. Oh, here we go. We just found some wellies. Nice. Going to utilise those. Going to put our damaged hiking boots in our backpack for now. We're going to wear the wellies. They're well noisy. Look how noisy they are. Oh, actually, you can't see how noisy they are. So just walking normal, it's come up with like 1, 2, 3, 4 noise bars. They're not very sneaky, these wellies. Probably a bad idea. I don't think there's really much I can do. Alright, where should we go? Should we go to Tizzy or should we go to Northwest Airfield? It means we either go north or we go south. What do you think? Why hasn't he got anything on him? And a nice damaged as well. Decisions. We are gonna go Tizzy, I think. I'm going to take the badly damaged combat knife with us because our hunting knife's damaged at the moment. If the hunting knife kind of breaks completely while we're out and about, then we can at least get another couple of swipes out of that combat knife before it breaks. Oh, Ben wants me to go to the airfield. Alright, Ben, we'll go to the airfield. It just means if I die now, I can blame it on you. Man, why did you say to go to the airfield? I was going to go to Tizzy. We probably would have been alive there. Go to the airfield. South. Yes, animal, smash the like button. When you actually know the direction you need to go in, we're actually quite close to the airfield. Look, we're at the wall already. We need to remember which part of the airfield we're near. So we've got these wooden log piles here. Remember that. Come out the right place. Now you're saying for me not to die. Now there's pressure, you see. Ben, I said that earlier, mate. Like, if everyone just says, yeah, I hope you die, then that's all good. Because I was like, okay, well, you did say you hoped I die, so it's all good. What part of this is going to bring me out if I'm up here, though? There's some ammo in there, but I can't be bothered. We're just going to go straight up here. Just purely for the fact that I just want to see... I say I want to see it. I can't actually see much, to be honest with you. Really dark. But I just want to see what's kind of almost direct with where our base is. I keep calling it a base. It's not really a base, is it? I've just commandeered a few buildings. Shoved me boxes in the trees. I call it as a temporary forward operating base. So it's our FOB. You know what, if I'm directly opposite with those very top barracks, then that's all good. And I think we are, because I recognise this rock formation. Oh, look. What's we got? Like, stuck in here. One zombie up there. There's one here. We don't want to be aggroing these guys here, really, because again, if there's someone searching up here, as soon as you hear those zombies go, you know someone's nearby. So, even though, yeah, you can kill the zombies and you can kill them pretty quiet, you've already given someone a heads up that you're in the area. And they'll just sit in a bush and wait for you and come along and shoot you in the back, take all your gear, your plum. Of course, he would be walking my way. Go away, you walking prune. Welcome to episode 4 of The Walking Prune. So, we won't get lost again, at least from when we come from this direction now. So, we know that we just got to literally go north straight from this point, and we'll be straight back to those barns where we've stocked up our stuff. These doors are all shut. I just saw a tactical helmet in there, so the fact that there's one of those left in there means no one's been up here since the last reset. Yes, we need that. Gun repair kit, so we can repair our badly damaged assault rifle. You can use duct tape and stuff like that, but these are better for cleaning weapons. That's just a cock tease, that is. As you never find an M4. We'll take the tactical helmet though. Well, I prefer the assault helmet. The tactical helmet's still half decent prize, I guess. The one I've got on will take more bullet damage than that one. Face shield as well. When it shoots you in the face when you got that other helmet on, it ain't going to do nothing to help you. This one will, because I've got the visor on it. Oh, zombie. Okay, zombie dude. I think we're safe to say no one's up here anyway, so let's try and get him in and lock him away real quick. Oh, dumbass. It reminds me of an excited dog you see on one of, like back in the day on, what's it called? Vine. You see the crazy dog just running left and right at super speed. Dumb zombie. They're all spotting me now. I certainly feel really tall from this camera angle. Ooh, it's in a tuna, thank you. Don't mind if I do. If I hide for long enough, the zombie will just wander off. He'll get uninterested, but I ain't got the time or patience for that. We need to try and get through the airfield quick. Come on, dumbass. Look at him. What the hell? That's it. Find the hole. You can do it. Yeah, you're in. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Alright. What are you looking at, Baldy? Of course. Still picking on me tonight. All the doors are shut. It's pretty quiet. I think we're alright. It doesn't mean that no one's going to suddenly come along while we're searching though. So we've still got to be on guard. But right, just what I needed. Pipe. All this way north for a pipe. Nice. And 4 7.62 tracer rounds. Oh. Check out the gear, boys. So remember, it's KA-101 mags we need. We just found another one of those shotguns. Don't really need, really. I'll sling that in a minute. We ain't even probably going to use the one we've got, to be honest with you. We stashed. So the only loot we do find, we're going to have to throw. See ya! Whee! Bye! Doors are all shut, completely shut. No one will be that attentive to close every single door behind them. Not that much. Even I would. He says as he shuts all the doors behind him. I am a man of my own hypocrism. Hypocrism. There's a new word. Dom is a man of his own hypocrism. Oh, we bought a can of something with us, so we must have drank them already. Or I dreamt it. These plastic bottles of water last longer than I remembered. Must be those big litre bottles, litre-and-a-half bottles, so you get. We do like some hydration. Sometimes I've got to press F to close the goddamn door. Junk. What's that? Beret. Yeah, junk. You watch, we'll find the night vision goggles just as it gets light. No, it's getting light. So. Not. Well, that's the same crappy helmet that was in here yesterday. Sometimes if you remove loot, new loot can respawn, but I can't be bothered. It's a tad chilly, Tommy. You're not wearing the right clothing, you're going to get hypothermia. Hypothermia. Door open. Bad loot. Very bad loot. This is terrible. I say that though, what, how many nights have we been playing this? This is the 4th night I've been streaming and we're nearly fully geared, so I can't moan too much. We get fully geared and then we die, I'll die a happy man, because at least we achieved something. Yeah, I love them, thanks. Oh, I don't mind if I do. How many people have been shot from someone up here before? Oh, right there. Let's come up the stairs. Oh, nice fresh shiny combat knife. But believe it or not, I did actually find a pair of night vision goggles in the cell before, on that chair. Getting a fair few tins of tuna and stuff tonight. Got another 74U here. Take it just so someone else don't get it if they... We've already got one stashed away though, so I don't think we need a third really, that's just greedy. I'm just going to take it if anyone else is playing, I can just throw it in the bush and they ain't going to get it. Problem with being creepy around here to try and avoid the zombies means I could get shot from the side. Just need to get out of here. Come on then, if you're going to chase me, chase me. Chase me, chase me! Yeah, come on then. Ooh, we just found a round drum for our shotgun that we stored up. Oh, he made it out. Oh, he's a bit faster, this one. Not for me. Greedy with those rounds, I've already got enough. Let's get rid of these wellies and put these combat boots on real quick. What are they? They're jungle boots. We just picked up. They are. I thought they were assault boots for a minute. We're going to have to put a knife in it, but... Crap. Yes, Tommy, there are a lot of different zombies in the game. So one thing I do like about this is their zombies are kind of a little bit more fit into the area you're in. So if you're in like a little villagey area, you'll get some that'll be kind of like farmer type zombies, hunter zombies in the kind of camping kind of camp scout outpost, whatever you want to call them. Military zombies in the military areas like this, police zombies near police stations, and then like nurses, doctors and paramedic zombies near the medical centres, and then firefighter zombies near the fire station. So they kind of have tailor-made the zombies to be more specific to the area that you're searching, which is pretty cool. I've played an awful lot of zombie games in the past where there's like 3 zombie character models and that's it for the whole game. It's just so boring. I mean, even now, to be honest with you, you've seen all the zombies. They all kind of, yeah. Seeing things again. I need to be careful here. This is really dangerous now going through here. Died a lot of times going through this bit. I think sometimes people camp these woods. They'll just sit there for an hour just waiting to see if people run through. It's kind of a tactic to a certain extent as a fresh spawn. Just try and run straight up here with minimal stuff. Get yourself a pump shotgun. And then just sit in a bush like this and wait for a geared player to run through and shoot him in the back. It happens quite a lot. I think we're just lucky that this server's not highly populated at the moment, so... Tommy, it's definitely a good game to invest into, mate. It's definitely good fun. Welcome to DayZ. Actually, maybe I should say welcome to DayZ the first time you get killed. Oh man, I died, I lost all my stuff. Yeah, welcome to DayZ. Just don't get too attached to your gear, bud. That's all I'll say. Ben, we're not out of the airfield yet, bud. The airfield's massive. We're only just going down to the airstrip now, and then we've still got barracks further south of there as well. So don't get too excited yet, bud. There's still a chance we could die. Although I've got to try and stay positive. Put positive things out to the universe, positive things will come back. Hopefully we'll make it to the end. Right, here's the tent section of the airfield. Just need to recon this area a little bit. Okay, what was that? A zombie suddenly running like a dumbass. Well, sometimes they've not spawned in the right place and you'll sometimes see a zombie just suddenly run. But sometimes they run because they've heard something. Like they were with us. So we're just looking for stuff like that at the moment. We're just looking for zombies running like dumbasses. Or dead zombies on the floor. which will be an indication that someone's in the area. I do not want to get shafted at this stage. So I should put a little bit of extra effort in just to make sure I'm not. Do not want to get bummed by a bunch of loot-hungry man bandits, that's for sure. Actually, I should call them bum bandits, actually. I don't want to get bummed by a bunch of bum bandits. Oh, look at the sunrise. How glorious. So as much as you can hear that shuffling noise on the floor, to anyone online players who are in the area, that's not going to be as loud as that. It's going to be very minimal. The sound indicator that I've got down on the left bottom hand corner of my screen, left bottom hand corner, yeah, that works, I guess. It's like just one little line, which is hardly any noise at all. It's the same sort of noise you make when you're sneaking. Each other players, it'd be pretty non-existent, really, with the ambient noise that's going on around them. So this is what I'd normally do through a lot of areas in the game if you guys weren't watching. Although the big backpack is going to kind of give me away. So usually I'd use a more low profile backpack if I wasn't scavenging for stuff. The hunter backpack is pretty good. If you come across a hunter backpack, which I don't even know how to explain it. It's the one that's got kind of like straps on it. Floppy pockets. That holds quite a good number of stuff, but it's actually quite low profile, so it doesn't stick up too much off your back, and it's just plain green. So it does merge into the ground quite well. But merge into the background quite well. That's what I'm looking. Still got laggy brain tonight. Check we're not followed. I think if anyone was behind us, they would have shot us by now anyway, so. Yes, Tommy. Have a good night's sleep, bud, and I hope your study goes well tomorrow, man. Catch you on another stream soon, bud. And if you need any tips or anything for DayZ when you start playing it, then you know who to hit up. Although I'm just putting it out there, I am no pro, just before people start saying, look at this guy, who does he think he is? And you'll be charging people on Fiverr next for private DayZ lessons. Although I don't know if that's actually a thing. Maybe I could. Just about to lose my job, so maybe I should. Maybe I should put that out there. What do you think? No joke. Do you think I should? But now on Fiverr for people who may want private lessons. Because believe it or not, it sounds strange that there are people out there who pay for that sort of stuff. I was watching a video the other day, a guy who was paying for lessons of Rainbow Six Siege. We've got room for another mag. I'm not going to say no to another mag. We can store a couple of them up. That's grenades. This is a suppressor over here. Pistol suppressor. Yes, we've found one at last. Man, that took so long. Holy moly. Holy moly. I haven't shot a gun for that long. The suppressor should be that loud. Handgun suppressor shouldn't have attracted all these guys. I was going to say, it did used to be a one-shot kill with the headshot of the pistol on these zombies, so like... I think I need to move. They're all running around this way now. Oh, I'm dead. So it would seem that pistol suppressors do absolutely nothing. I don't know if it's necessarily the pistol suppressor that's attracted all these or the noise of the zombies screaming. It's probably the noise of the zombies screaming, but it seemed like this... They're all running this way because of the suppressor. But now we've got them all down here, we can just kill all these, get them out of the way. It means we can search in peace now, because these are a lot of zombies. And this sound isn't carrying too far for anyone who's in the area, which I guess is the main reason why I want to be using a suppressor, really. Gun sounds travel for miles in this game. What's he screaming at? He wasn't even looking at me. Loads, isn't there? Jimmy didn't try and take some of these out with my knife, I would have been swarmed. Try to shoot all these guys through the hole in the floor, look. Loads of them. Proper zombie horde. Face to the face. You can still hear one more moving around out there. Yeah. Two more down there. Because I'm shooting through a surface. Wow. My gosh. My golly gosh. And typical, none of them have got anything really, any none of them have got anything decent on them. Why? Crap. Spend half an hour now reloading my pistol, handgun, whatever you want to call it. Oh no, we didn't bring a box with us, did we? We stored up the handgun ammo, we didn't bring it with us. Sad times. Sad times indeed. We'll probably find some though, I think. We've got one handgun bullet that I think I just took out the pistol a minute ago. Save that for ourselves. I can loot in relative peace now, I think, unless there's someone else around here. But I think they would have been highly interested in that if they had have been. This rubbish. Okay, we've got one magazine for the assault rifle. We've got back at camp. We're going through a bit of a loot drought at the moment, I think. Would have got a ton of them. I did miss a container up there. I ain't too bothered about them. At the moment, I get nothing but crap from these containers. Tank helmet, like you get these right on the south coast at those little crappy tents. Why am I getting that at the northwest airfield? Like, I'm gonna keep moaning about the same shit, I know, but it's really frustrating. It should be way better loot than that here. Annoying. Really annoying. I don't think it's really... I don't think there's really any point in me going all the way down to them barracks. Those barracks are usually crap. We're probably going to head back to Tizzy airfield on the next stream. But as Ben says, when we be streaming next, maybe tomorrow night, but I think we're just going to go and log out in these trees up here if I don't get killed. And then we're going to probably carry on the stream again tomorrow night. Maybe around a similar time, around 10 o'clock. Actually, sorry, 9 o'clock even, UK time. And even though we killed all those zombies, there's still one left over there. Look, that's crazy. Anyway, if you guys are tuning in tonight, thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you know, you popping in and spending a bit of time with us on the stream. Thanks for everyone in the chat, livening up the chat. I'll catch you guys tomorrow then, maybe. And thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.